So it turns out there's more movies than I thought I wanted to see coming out in 2019. So we're going to talk about 10 of them. Frank, quit licking your balls.
It's Drewski McGillicuddy's 10 most anticipated movies of 2019.
Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy. Happy New Year, it's 2019, and we've got several new movies to look forward to. What I did was, I went on IMDb, and I just scrolled all the way to the bottom, to December something. And then, scrolled up, wrote a bunch of movies down on a piece of paper, and then compiled 10 of them into the 10 most anticipated. But I came up with 20 movies that I really want to see. So I'm going to put the remaining on the other list, and I'm going to compile them and do a whole nother video. Okay? And before we get started, never mind. Don't worry about it. We'll just skip it. Skipping ahead. We're skipping ahead to number 10. Now, number 10, a lot of people are going to be like, what? Number 10? You're supposed to be this horror movie lover? You put It Chapter 2 at number 10. I know, it's fucking blasphemy, right? Well, you know what? I think the first one's just a tiny, slight bit overrated. Now, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I loved all the characters. But there was just something about Pennywise that didn't gel with me, okay? I prefer the Tim Curry Pennywise over the new Pennywise, but I like the new cast of kids. I thought the movie overall was decent enough, but I'm tired of hearing about it already, you know? I mean, everybody just, flipped their shit. It's just like when The Dark Knight came out, everybody had to be the fucking Joker. Well, now everybody's gotta be fucking Pennywise. I was fucking Pennywise before it was cool, bitch. Alright. Anyway, I'm sorry. So, I am looking forward to this. I think they got a great cast of characters to play the adult versions of the kids. And, the casts from the first one are coming back because obviously there's going to be flashback sequences. So, number 10 is It Chapter 2. So, let's move it along. We're going to move it along. Is that alright? Okay. We're going to move it along to number 9. Now, I just saw this trailer the other day. I was going to do a reaction to it, but I had accidentally watched it before I could initially react to it. Plus, I don't know how the hell to do this shit. Half the time I'm just winging it. Right now, I'm just winging it. But anyway, Us. Yeah, me and Sarah both looked at each other like... And then I see all these videos of people talking about, oh, I mean, it looks okay, but blah. It's like, I don't know. I think it was Cody Leach. He had said something that pissed me off. But anyway, yeah, I think this movie looks fucking amazing. I didn't think Get Out deserved, Best Director or whatever, but I definitely think it was an excellent movie. I can't wait to watch it again. I finally bought it. It's somewhere. It's lost. Yeah, everything's lost. There's no alphabetizing going on anymore. I need to get some new shelves. Anyway, what are we talking about? Us. It looks, original, interesting, and we don't necessarily know what the fuck's going on. You think he would just show us the whole plot of the movie in the trailer? No, there's something else going on here, and I can't wait to find out what it is. Number 8. Now, I am what I consider I'm a somewhat Quentin Tarantino fan. I don't think I have all of his movies. I'm pretty sure I have most of his movies, but I haven't seen all of his movies. But all of his movies I have seen. I absolutely love. Thanks for ruining my video. I'll just start over.
Please do, because I'm trying to carry in groceries.
Oh God, I better go help. Now let me try to get back to where I was before I was so rudely interrupted.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Anyway, number 8 obviously is Once Upon a Time in America, and it's taking place around the Manson murders. Margot Robbie's playing Sharon Tate.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What did I say?
In America.
Fuck, yeah. Hollywood. Yeah, that...
It's I came home.
God damn it. No, now you're just making things worse. I would have said it right the first time. Of course, I didn't write it down all the way. Don't worry about it. But yeah, the last two efforts from Quentin Tarantino are some of the best he's ever done. A lot of people thought that Hateful Eight was too long. I thought it was perfect. It's probably one of my favorite. One of these days, I'll sit down and I'll rank all my favorite Tarantino movies after I finally watch the first or last two. And I don't want to tell you what they are, because then you'd be like, oh, I can't believe you haven't seen any movie. What was I talking about? But anyway, yeah, number 8, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because it's got Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. Have they ever been in a movie together?
I don't know. Yeah. Briefly in Django Unchained. But they weren't together. But they
Brad Pitt was in Django Unchained?
Yeah, he was in Django Unchained.
Fuck, it's been a while since I watched that one. That's another one of my favorite. Anyway, don't worry about it. We're moving on to number 7. Now, number 7, I did not even know anything about this. I was scrolling through, and I saw it, and I immediately stopped, and I looked. I was like, holy shit. Holy shit. Now, the only thing that scares me is it's going to be animated, all right? And the animation looks kind of goofy to me, but with the voice talent behind it, and the director, yeah, it's from the director of Thomas the Tank Engine. That might be woohoo for some of you, but you know, I was never really into Thomas the Tank Engine.
I was.
But it's got Chloe Grace Moretz playing Wednesday, it's got Oscar Isaac playing Gomez, and it's got Charlize Theron playing Morticia Addams. So obviously I'm talking about the animated 2019 Addams Family. I'm a big fan of the first 2 movies that they had made. And I used to watch the show all the time when I was a little kid. And I haven't watched the show in a really long time, even though Sarah owns every single episode. I haven't felt to go back. But I still love the movies. So hopefully I'll enjoy this. Now, I never really got big into the animated series or the live action series back in the late 90s. But, you know, I feel that if Thomas the Tank Engine is as popular as it is, you know, this guy knows what he's doing, right? So he ain't gonna fuck up, you know, a 60-year-old property like they did with the 3rd movie. Okay, all right. So yeah, Addams Family. And it come out of nowhere. I didn't even know about it, and now it's on my list because I love the Addams Family. All right, so we're gonna move on to number 6. Now, this director's track record for me has been rusty. Is that right? Rusty, rough, bumpy, rocky. It's a little rocky, to say the least, for the past several years. But at one point, he was one of my favorite directors. And then something happened where he lost his fucking mind. We're talking about Tim Burton's Dumbo, people. Now, I know I've seen Dumbo when I was a little tiny baby fella, but I haven't seen it in probably 30 some odd years. But I saw the trailer for this, and it warmed my heart, brought a tear to my eye, all that bullshit. And I thought to myself, this could be magical. This could be magical. So I'm very excited to see Dumbo in the theater, directed by Tim Burton. It's gonna be fun. I hope. Hopefully he doesn't. I mean, I haven't. This is something I need to, you know, accomplish one of these days. Not to ramble on, but I've never actually sat down and watched Charlie and the Chocolate. Or is it Charlie and the Chocolate? Whatever one Tim Burton did. I've never actually sat down and watched it from beginning to end. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and it made me want to punch myself repeatedly in the mouth, so I turned it off before I did that. So, yeah. So, number 5, Dumbo.
Yeah, just Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
All right, we're going to move it along. We're going to move it along to number 5. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty, people. These are the ones that I absolutely must see in the theater, or things will be thrown and broken. Number 5. Now, I'm still waiting for a trailer for this movie. So this will probably be my most anticipated trailer of 2019 as well. But Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I don't necessarily like this makeup. I'm hoping that this is just for like his first attempt at putting makeup on, and then he refines it later on in the movie or throughout the movie until you get to your iconic. Because, yeah, this kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't like the colors. I don't like the color blue. I think it should just be white and red, possibly a little bit of black. But, you know, I think this movie's in good hands. It's produced by Martin Scorsese. I don't really know who the director is, but the director, if he's worked with Martin Scorsese, I'm sure Martin Scorsese has worked with slouches. So this is probably going to be really good. It's going to be very well directed. And you never know, it might somehow tie into the DCEU, and then you'll find out that that gay-ass Joker in the Suicide Squad was Jason Todd all along, or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, number 5, Joker. Everybody's probably excited about that, right? Because it's the fucking Joker. The Joker's so fucking cool. He's like Michael Myers, but the comic book. Something. I don't fucking know. It's Michael Myers.
Okay.
Any fucking way. What were we talking about? 10 movies coming out in 2019. And we're down to number 4. Is that my Casey Kasem voice? Do I can't hear out of this ear, so I don't know what I sound like. Anyway, I'm doing the best I can, so just bear with me. Number 4, yeah. The trailer for this movie was a little weird. I did a reaction video to it. I'd leave a link, but I'm fucking lazy, so I'm not going to. You can just look it up yourself. But I thought it was cool, but it didn't really tell me anything. But do I really want to know anything? Do I really want to know anything about a movie I've already seen that's based on a book? I mean, just, you know. So I think the trailer did its job. So we're talking about Pet Sematary, people. Yeah. Now, it looks like they've changed up some things from this adaptation of the book. But I never read the book, so I don't give a fuck. But if they don't get a certain character right, I'm going to be really pissed off. And that's mainly why this is my 4th most anticipated movie of 2019. Is because I want to see what the fuck they do to the Zelda character. Is it going to give me nightmares for the rest of my life like the original movie? We're going to find out together, hopefully. And hopefully I will be there when this comes out. I should have wrote down the goddamn release dates. But you know what? I'm just some guy. I'm not a professional. So deal with it. All right. So we're down to the top 3, everybody. Down to the top 3. Now, number 3 is a lot of people's number 1. But you got to understand, I'm not a nerd. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally a nerd. But, yeah, there's just some other movies on here that I've been waiting for even longer before I even realized. Anyway, without further ado, my number 3 is Avengers Endgame. Yeah, I was blown away by Infinity War. I'm not the biggest fan of all of the Marvel movies, but I definitely like the first Iron Man. I definitely like Winter Soldier, the Avengers, stuff like that. But like as far as like the Incredible Hulk went, I didn't like either one of those. Whatever. That doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Because it all comes down to this. This is, you know, the final battle. Okay? So after this, maybe we'll get a reboot of the whole thing. I don't know what they're going to do after this. Who knows? But we're never going to find out if we don't get to the end game. And, you know, I like the title. It's just got a nice ring to it. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. I know a lot of people are more excited for this movie than I am, but there's 2 other movies on this list that beat it just by a little bit. Just by a little bit. And number 2. Now, when I saw the first one of these movies, when I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks gay. Looks stupid. I don't like it. I watched it. Blew my mind. Completely blew my mind. Second one comes out, even better. even better. You like, you know, on par with like sequels. As far as sequels go, it was like there with T2. And now, the third one, finally, after all this time, John Wick Chapter 3? Oh yeah, dude. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And it better be awesome. I mean, how couldn't it be awesome? I mean, the whole movie is just gonna be him running for people trying to kill him while he's killing them with pencils and guns and knives and everything he can get his hands on to use as a weapon. But yeah, John Wick Chapter 2, one of the best action movies I've ever fucking seen in my life. Rivals anything that came out in the 80s, because we all know that the 80s was the best for action and it was the best for horror. Well, here comes John Wick to be like, hold my beer, motherfucker, because we gonna fucking stylize this shit and put some stank on it, is what he did. He put some stank on it. So yeah, John Wick Chapter 3, super, super excited. After the second one was ended, I was like, I gotta wait 2 fucking years. 2 years? I've gotta wait? So yeah, I mean, this almost should have been my number 1. But the number 1, I think a lot of people might see this coming. Unless you don't watch my videos or know me personally. But this is one of the greatest movies of all time, and it's getting a remake. And they did it right the first time. And I didn't get to watch their other efforts, but they did it right the first time with The Jungle Book. So now, The Lion King. I can't wait. I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna cry. I just hope they don't change too much or add too much. I mean, I don't want it to be beat for beat the same, but I want it to be, you know, the same. I don't know how to explain myself. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, but The Lion King is probably the best animated movie of all time, even compared to like just regular movies. It might be on my top 10 list. I don't know. We'll have to wait until I make my top 10 list. It's made. It's in here somewhere. But I keep rearranging things because I'm a fucking lunatic. Anyway, don't worry about that. What are your most anticipated movies of 2019? Make sure you leave a comment, because you know that'll help YouTube realize that, hey, people actually watch this shit. And then, you know, make sure you like, and then YouTube will be like, oh, hey, people actually like this shit. And then you can subscribe, and then share the video, and then other people will see it, and they'll be like, oh my god, this guy fucking sucks. But he's somewhat entertaining or something. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Sometimes I try too hard. Sometimes I don't try at all.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell no, no, to the no, no. Hell to the no, no, to the no, no.